Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue with the tarot readings in the Leo season, the readings for the Leo idols, and I'm going to be reading for the Seerafim member Chaewon. So yes, we are going to do this. I believe this is my first time reading for her. So yes, I'm excited. Let's see the cards that she got. She got the Strength card, the World, Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Ace of Cups. And then from the Oracle, she got the card of Moon in Gemini, Adaptability. So definitely starting with the strengths is a very Leo card, so I guess it does make sense. She is a whole Leo. I believe that she is a Leo Sun and Moon, so there's something about her being um, very strong, very resilient. I think that that's something that probably it's a very strong part of her journey as an idol. You know, being very strong. Also, the World card. There's something about some situations coming to an end, so I definitely see her like adapting, and literally she got, as an advice, she got the card of adaptability. So there's something about here with the world, a cycle is ending, and if you hear somewhere like sounds is coming from my roof because they are constructor workers, so I apologize for the sound. um, so definitely there's something about her like slowly entering a new cycle. Probably has to do with her independency. You know, I don't know why I get sense that that you know she is living a good life, but I think that sometimes she feels a bit restricted. You know, here with the Eight of Swords, I believe that she's a very strong female. There's something about her, you know, just adapting to everything and keeping like a very optimistic mindset. And also she adapts very well to changes. But here with the Eight of Swords, there's a sense of like, you know, I'm actually not allowed to do much. Like I think that maybe um, she's sort of like, I don't know if she wants more protagonism or she wants something else for herself, but there's something about her feeling like you know she's stuck in a sort of role, and this is the role that she has, and she cannot like, you know, somehow like close the cycle. You know, she's like, I think that she's sort of waiting for something exciting to happen in her life. There's it's not that she's like suffering or, you know, feeling uncomfortable, but I think that there's a feeling of like, you know, that time passes very slowly for her, and probably there's like a lot of, you know, responsibilities. You have to work a lot. There's a lot of things to do. But I think that definitely she's someone that like in she just wants to have fun, you know. With the strength card, it's also about like, you know, it's great what I do for a living, but I always feel like I have to contain myself. Like I cannot be 100% myself. um and I don't know if she was giving like a sort of like a concept, you know, that she has to behave a certain way. So she's like somehow waiting for time to pass so she can develop like a new personality, or actually show a bit more of herself. Um, and I think that she doesn't, because the Eight of Swords is sort of like when you feel these limitations, but it's more like in your mind. So I don't see her like sharing it with others. I think that this is something that she thinks about very often, but she doesn't say it. You know, there's like, okay, like I like something like about also accepting that probably at this point in her life there's nothing that she can do about it, you know, or change. Probably, you know, being an idol, being part of the group has its challenges, and also has a very like a rigid sort of routine, you know. So she works all the time, or they practice all the time, or they have to watch out for a lot of details about themselves. Maybe it's about their image, maybe it's about their attitude, it's about, the popularity that they have. It's all about, I don't know why I feel like she sort of lets me know that her image is very much controlled by others, and I think that this is not just for her, probably is also for the other members. There's a sense of like, okay, girls, like you better do not mess up, like you have to be perfect, like we do not accept more than perfect. So and I see her like feeling very restricted and suffocated because of this. There's a sense of like, I wonder when there will be a moment where I can relax in this role, in this profession. I wouldn't say like that, like I mentioned before, I don't think that she's unhappy. I think that definitely sometimes she does feel a bit pressured, to be perfect, to be always smiling, to be positive, to have good chemistry with the others. There's something about their image, or specifically because I'm reading for her. But I don't know why I get the sense that if I pull cards for other members, I'm going to get the same vibe. That this is like a sort of shared search perception. It's not just her. But I think that for her, it's a bit annoying. I think that she's in this period where she's like, I could be happier, or I could be like enjoying this more, but there's so many like things to do, or details to pay attention to, that sometimes I forget what it's like to have fun. And maybe she just wants to have fun. I have the feeling that there's something about her wanting to go out, wanting to go out like girls her age, wanting to go out, wanting to be more social, wanting to do more fun things. And I see her like sort of like in a cage, in a golden cage, where she's like, yeah, she's admired, she's okay, she's doing okay, she's beautiful, she's been taken care of. There's nothing, like she doesn't need anything, like, but there's something about feeling empty, like I need more excitement in my life. Like I cannot be in this sort of like golden cage all the time. I have to get out. She wants to see the world, here with the world card. I think that she wants to go out more. She wants to see more, maybe experiencing more. She's a very intelligent person, but I think that there's something about her feeling the huge responsibility that she has to do things right. That I don't know if maybe these girls are being coached to say the right things, to not mess up the choreography. It's not, I don't think it's about the choreography, but I think that it's about showing a side, showing a concept of perfection. And for her, it's like, I want to have fun, like people my age. And then something that I found very interesting, that I also think that probably in the next months, I don't know if the girls are going to be working on a new comeback or new concept or something, but I see her energy moving a bit more. I see like some exciting moments coming her way. I see like somehow I see someone coming to her rescue. And when I say this, I'm like, oh my God, who is this? I'm like, and this is something that I want to clarify for people that usually they are like, oh, I want you to do a reading about this, and I want to see their personality and their career and their love life. I usually don't mention their love life or their romantic side of life. If it doesn't show up in the reading, I don't talk about it. I don't pull, except to talk about ideal romantic partners, but then to talk about like who they're dating, I don't go there. If I'm not allowed to see it, I don't talk about it. But in this case, I find it very interesting that I see someone. Definitely, this Knight of Wands is screaming to my face energetically. I'm like, there's someone that I think that probably in the next months, or maybe it's happening right now, that this person is going to come closer to her, to sort of get her out of this stagnation and this feeling of like, I think that she feels very bored sometimes, not just overwhelmed and worried and just like uncomfortable. But she also sometimes maybe she feels like that life is boring, like it's all about responsibilities and she cannot have fun. But I see this Knight of Wands in here, and I'm like, this is someone. This is this is a guy. I see masculine energy. This is a guy, a very passionate guy that I think this guy has had his eyes on her for a while. I think that probably, now that he's here in the reading, probably it means, and also it's represented by a knight, so it means that this guy is making the moves. He's moving towards her. He's like, maybe finding a way to get her out of this cage, and be like, we should hang out more often. We should do more. Like, life is short for us to be stuck in here, so let's go out. Here with the Ace of Cups, also there's like a possibility of something romantic or something, very loving, very sweet. But definitely I sense that this guy is relentless. Like he's very straightforward. Like I think that he just doesn't care what others are going to say or think. He's like, I like her. I'm going to go and talk to her. And there's something about this guy having like, maybe he has a strong fire placements, or he is a fire sign. But there's something about him being like very like, he's not, it's not that he's going to be obvious, but I think that he's going to go towards her, and being like, oh, here I am to somehow save you. Save you from from this boredom. I'm here to save you. Like let's hang out. And I think that is very interesting. Honestly, here with the Knight of Wands, I kind of sense that this person is her age or near her age. I don't think this person is like younger nor older than her. I think that he's sort of close to her age, and there's something about, if he's I don't know, maybe a year younger, maybe he acts like he's older and more mature, because I definitely see him like being like, she is the one I want. And honestly, I think that this guy could be an idol, because I see him like with this Knight of Wands. There's something about him also being in the industry and being always rehearsing and being always moving and being always like showing this very like passionate attitude, being very active, being very much into sports, probably, into rehearsing. He's very athletic. He's very competitive. There's something about him being like, he's not shy at all. He's like, I want that girl. So I'm going to go and offer her my cup of love. So I think he's very brave, and I think that he could have a chance, you know. But nevertheless, he's shown here as his Knight of Wands. So definitely, I think that he's a guy that he is very passionate at the beginning, but yeah, we don't know where this is heading. But I think that, just the presence of this guy, just the presence of this person here in the reading, it sort of lets me know that, this sort of situation could bring a bit of, a bit of excitement to her life, I think that it's exciting when you are in this phase where you like someone, or this person likes you back, or I don't know, you just, someone wanted your number, and you feel these butterflies and you get all nervous because they're like, oh my God, he notices me, or he wants to hang out with me. Honestly, I know I said, I'm sorry guys, I say honestly a lot. I apologize. I believe that, there's something, I don't know if she will be able to go out with this guy. But definitely, I feel like he is so creative and he is so daring that he's going to find a very creative way to get close to her. So this is why, like, I admire his attitude. Like, I know he's a bit like maybe too impatient. Maybe he comes off as maybe a bit impulsive, but the things he will do to get to her is what I'm amazed. You know, I do admire that energy. I do admire that, and I think that he's just going to make her smile. You know, and somehow get her out of this apathy. You know, somehow like get her out of worries, and I get the sense that, you know, because I was thinking about, I don't remember exactly how old she is, but I'm like, I probably, if I would pull cards for all other Le Seraphim members, maybe, you know, Chaewon is not the only one that gets this, could get this proposition from someone. You know, maybe the other girls are also, you know, in this process of having like a secret admirer, or having, I don't know, an idol being like, you know, I got your number, or I want your number, and I want to hang out with you, you know, and I believe that probably she sort of wants romance in her life, you know, maybe she wants to feel that, and maybe, you know, they are not allowed to date, or they are not allowed to go out, you know, if it's, there's something about not letting them like sort of like, you know, have interaction with the opposite sex, or just meeting their friends that often, you know, there's a sort of like limitation to where they can go and with whom, you know. So yeah, but I see this guy really trying to come up with an idea, or being like, okay, if you cannot come here, I will go to you, like, so you know, it could be nice. It could be nice. It could actually make her, with the Ace of Cups, there's like openness, you know, there's openness to thanks to this guy or this guy's effort. There's an openness to feel, you know, to feel something more than always be thinking about work, you know. And yeah, I mean, the girls are always working, you know, definitely. I see her hanging on very bravely in there, and having this positive attitude. But I also think that she needs like an external, she needs connection. I think that maybe sometimes she feels lonely, or she feels like, you know, she feels restricted, she feels like she cannot be herself. So you know, maybe she's looking, you know, for love, or maybe, like, I don't see her like chasing love. I actually see someone coming her way. um so yeah, it's a sort of part of the destiny, you know. It's not that she's looking for this, but in this process where she feels so, like, so tied up, so, you know, so conflicted about, like, okay, like all I have to do is work, but there's no fun in here. And there comes a guy that it seems like his energy is very fun, and very like outgoing and funny, and just very attractive in general, you know, just like a very passionate person. Like it's like, here, I come to your rescue. I will get you out of here. But yeah, with the cards of the the oracle card that she got, Moon in Gemini, adaptability, definitely she will have to be very smart and very adaptable if she starts going out with this guy, because she will have to sort of like adapt to her, you know, her career, her responsibilities, and also this side of herself, you know. Because here with the Moon in Gemini is like, be careful, be very smart, like, do not get caught, you know. There's something about her, like, sort of being very flexible, and just like very be very present in all your things, you know. So don't get too, like, you know, maybe if she's seeing someone, don't get too involved in this relationship and forget about your schedules, or forget about your responsibilities, because then the company is going to find out, you know, and it's going to create a chaos. So adaptability is like, you can do a lot of things. You have the possibility to adapt this year, and do a lot of things individually, do a lot of things with the group, do a lot of things, you know, maybe with a new concept, a new comeback, um, move and create new ideas and be smart. And also, paying somehow like attention to this guy that is coming your way, and just adapt to whatever is coming your way. I think that she will have a lot of options, like in a sense that she will have to, adapt to having to put different faces to different scenarios. Like she will have to adapt that when she is with her family, she will have to use a side of herself. When she is an idol, and when she's in idol mode, and when she's like with the fans, and when she's in a concept, this is the face that they want you to have. The attitude, the smiles, everything. And then in relationships, you can have another side, maybe a more sensitive side. Maybe she just wants to be romantic and cheesy, and vulnerable. There's something about her wanting to feel something, wanting to feel emotions. So if she adapts, she can do a lot. She can be that like having all these options. But definitely she's going to get out of this Eight of Swords slowly, but she has to adapt to different sides of herself, and also expect change and adapt to change. And sort of like be patient. Do not get overwhelmed. Like today you feel like this, but in the future you're going to set yourself free, or you're going to meet people that are going to come to your life to set you free from this feeling of like, okay, this is all work, this is all like responsibilities, and I feel like I cannot move. So yeah, there's a lot of move, but she has to be adaptable. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for her. I hope it makes sense. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.